Uncover the hidden world of political campaigns in just 5 minutes. Join me, your host, David Washington, on Countertop Politics every Monday for exclusive campaign insights, tantalizing innuendo, and the secret sauce behind successful political campaigns. Don't miss out. Let's go. All right. It is me, David Washington, your host of Countertop Politics. Good to have you here. That's right. 5 minutes every Monday, at least. That's what we aim for, right? Okay, so when I was with Myers in Washington, my very first political consulting firm here in Florida, I was at a dinner. It was kind of like a wrap up dinner of attorneys that gathered in Orlando, and they were having their kind of wrap up dinner ceremony at Orlando at the Hyatt. Is it the Hyatt or the Hilton? I believe it's the Hyatt at the Orlando International Airport. And My business partner at the time, Steve Myers, he invited me to come down and have dinner with he and his then girlfriend at the time. And by the time I got there, things were pretty much done and all that stuff. And We had dinner in the restaurant there. And I was having my meal and everything, and introduced to some of the other attorneys, and chit chatting, and all of a sudden, this mature woman walked up to our table and sat down next to me and kind of started chatting us up. And She asked if we were all attorneys, and Steve and his girlfriend, they are attorneys. But myself, although I pal around with attorneys, I am not an attorney. I've worked with a lot of attorneys and judges. If I went to law school, probably would do well. But, however, I am not an attorney. I said to this um, very classy woman, no, I am a consultant. And she would say, oh, her eyes, kind of got big there. And She had, a little bit of wine that evening. And she said, oh, really? What type of consultant are you? And I said, oh boy, I think I know where this is going. And I turned to her and very calmly said, I am a political consultant. And she looked at me, and then this disappointment came across her face. And I cocked my head to the side and said, hmm. That's all I did. Hmm. And she's like, oh, a political consultant. Well then. And she excused herself and walked back to her table. So maybe if I was a different type of consultant, one that in her mind really brought in the bacon, if you know what I'm saying, then perhaps she would have stayed and joined us for dessert and maybe a cocktail afterwards. Who knows? However, understanding her intentions, she was probably looking for her next husband or something like that. But anyway, that is the plight of the political consultant. And before we go any further, if you like what you hear, if you like what you are listening to, what you see across our networks, but particularly Countertop Politics, please comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Please like, share with those friends, family members, those politicals that you are aware of, that you know, that you have a relationship, and let them know, hey, you got to listen to this guy. He hopefully he's got some interesting stories, but more importantly, David knows what he's talking about. I've been doing this for, 30 odd years. It's 2024. Happy New Year. Representing the J&W right here with my coffee mug. And I'm really excited for the coming year. It's going to be crazy busy. I mean, really crazy busy. And you'll see that across the Jay and Washington Network. Stay tuned to our website. Stay tuned to our podcast, our blog, the Informer newsletter. I'm a little bit behind on the newsletter, forgive me, for our LinkedIn subscribers because December was quite the month. Speaking of December, life as a political consultant, it's many things. We're influencers, we're marketers, we are the strategists. And as I've said it before, I'm not the person who's going to be following around a candidate and carrying their briefcase or their purse or their backpack. I don't do that. I get into the campaign and look at the nuts and bolts of what makes it successful, the strategy, the marketing, the voter identification and persuasion, all that good stuff. And so for my fellow consultants, my particularly political consultants, when you understand your role, it's easier for your client candidate to understand theirs. And with all the things that are happening in politics in particular, there's so much at stake. But you being centered, being well informed, being involved in your community, that's a great first step. This past month of December, I spent so much time talking to people, listening to many different voices. I identify with the liberals and the Democrats. However, you'll find as you look across our different platforms that I'm pretty much straight down the road on many issues. And that's where America is at right now. So, your success as a political consultant starts with you, of course. Your focus, your foundation in what you do in making your practice the best that it can be. In closing, I want to let you know that we've got some great ideas. I've been saying this, since the fall. We got some great ideas moving forward in regards to what we can offer our community. And we want you to be a part of that. And again, if you enjoy these snippets, the 5 minutes every Monday of the campaign insight, political innuendo, and of course the secret sauce, which we will be delivering more on that promise, perhaps behind a paywall, we'll see. But you'll see a little bit more that we're willing to share without giving away the whole house. Don't want to give away the whole house. I mean, it's what makes us successful. But more importantly, when you follow the strategy, listen to me, when you follow the strategy that we all agree upon, you're more likely to win your campaign. I guarantee that. So please, again, like, comment, subscribe, share our content. We love what we do. And I am your political innovator. Jay and Washington are your political innovators. We love what we do. It just comes natural, for me at least. Hey, 30 years of this stuff, it better come natural, right? So I'm looking forward to being a part of the conversation. I do respond to your comments, and I really enjoy the conversation. As long as it's an honest, fact filled conversation, let's move away from our emotions. Politics is way too involved in emotions. Let's come together and do what's best for our communities. Again, I'm David Washington, and this is Countertop Politics. We see you the next time. All right. Thank you. God bless. Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a great holiday season. Let's get after it. Okay.